Hello everyone. Today's workshop is about the nature of relation between professors and students on campus, prepared by Assistant Professor Ibrahim, طلعت Ibrahim, Translation Professor at the College of Arts, Al-Iraqia University. Professors are at the heart of the university's educational process. As for students, they are the primary focus of teaching and learning process. There must be solid rules to build a healthy relationship between the professor and the students. Kinds of professor-student relationships on campus. There are different kinds of relationships between a professor and students. They are as follows. The formal relationship. Professors deal formally with students. In other words, the work of the professor is limited to explaining the scientific material in the course and answering the questions of all students in an on-site or online classroom. The second kind is the paternal relationship, in which the professor acts as a father responsible for his children, both inside and outside the classroom. And he works by explaining the material and answering students' questions, if any, as well as tackling the students' problems they face in their lives in a wise, paternalistic manner. Friendship relationship. The professor operates based on a student friendship. He works on explaining the lecture and fulfilling all the requirements of the course, while dealing with the students as a close friend to him. How do students deal with the kinds of relationships that mentioned previously? We know very well that students represent different cultures and societies. Therefore, there may be different reactions to different relationships. As for formal relationship, students may view professor as a very strict person who does not like his students. But this conclusion is wrong. Students must realize that the university professor is working formally, which is a beautiful thing. As for the second kind, this kind of relationship may be more acceptable among students because professor works on teaching them and solving their problems at the same time. As for the third kind, it is the most acceptable kind compared to the previous two kinds from the student's perspective, because a professor works in a spirit of friendship with a student in delivering the scientific material to them and dealing with them as well. The limits of the relationship between the professor and student. There must be limits to the relationship between the professor and the student, because each party has rights, duties and goals. In order not to have any problems or misunderstandings between them, the limits of the relationship must be explained as follows. First, students must respect their professors inside and outside the classroom, because they are the torch that guides the students' path and are cherished by Almighty God. Second, students must not talk about their professors' personal lives, as this is their privacy, and no person has the right to discuss such topics in any way, because this is a violation of their personal lives, and students will be held accountable by university law. Third, there should be no misunderstanding on the part of the student, where a student does not get a high mark in a particular professor's lesson because the professor deals with students equally without taking sides, and students should know this well. Conclusions. The professor's relationship with the students should be cordial, and the students should know the position of the professor and the limits of the relationship with them, so that no problem, God forbid, would arise. Thank you so much.